Hi, welcome to our Pharma Topics channel. Welcome to the 11th series of clinical research and pharmacovigilance. In this, we are going to see the history and progress of pharmacovigilance, why pharmacovigilance have emerged, that we will be seeing in this video. First, we will see the elixir sulfanilamide incident. In 1937, a pharmaceutical company called S.C. Mason Gill Company produced a liquid form of sulfanilamide, an antibacterial drug used to treat various infections. At that time, sulfanilamide was available in tablet and powder forms, but the company's chemist, without conducting proper safety testing, decided to create a liquid elixir by dissolving the sulfanilamide in the diethylene glycol. It was a solvent. It was toxic solvent commonly used in antifreeze. Diethylene glycol is highly poisonous to humans and can cause severe kidney and organ damage. Unfortunately, neither the chemist nor the company conducted thorough safety testing of the new formulation before distributing it for the sale. The elixir was marketed as a safe and effective treatment for infections, and it was not common for the drug companies to introduce new formulations without rigorous pre-market testing or regulatory oversight. At that time, there was no guideline. Tragically, the elixir proved to be highly toxic, leading to a widespread public health crisis. Reports of illness and death started to emerge shortly after the elixir was distributed to patients. People who had taken the elixir experienced symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and kidney failure. The true cause of these adverse events or reactions was initially unclear, but the investigations eventually revealed the toxic nature of diethylene glycol. The sulfanilamide incident, that is the elixir disaster, resulted in the deaths of over 100 people, and many of them were children. So this tragedy exposed a significant gaps in the regulation and oversight of pharmaceutical products at that time. The incident drew public outrage and led to increased pressure on the US Congress to pass stronger drug safety laws. History continued. Early history, that is the thalidomide disaster. The modern era of pharmacovigilance began in the aftermath of thalidomide tragedy, which happened in the late 1960s. Thalidomide was prescribed to pregnant women as a sedative and anti-nausea medication, leading to severe birth defects. That is, it was proved to be teratogenic, and those pregnant women taken this, they are given birth to children with loss of limbs, that is hands and legs. So phocomelia, amelia happened. This incident highlighted the need for systematic monitoring of the safety of medications after they have been approved for the market. So the guidelines were framed after thalidomide tragedy. First is formation of regulatory agencies in the late 70s. The thalidomide disaster prompted the regulatory agencies such as US Food and Drug Administration and Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency in the UK to establish systems for adverse event reporting and post-marketing surveillance. WHO and the international collaboration. 1968, the World Health Organization established the International Drug Monitoring Program, which later became WHO Program for International Drug Monitoring. This program aimed to facilitate global collaboration in the pharmacovigilance by collecting and analyzing on the adverse drug reactions. Modernization and expansion, which happened between 80s and 90s. The pharmacovigilance continued to evolve with increasing attention to improving reporting systems, creating standardized procedures, and increasing communication among the regulatory agencies, healthcare professionals, and the pharmaceutical industry. Then ICH guidelines were framed between 90s and 2000. The International Conference on Harmonization of Technical Requirements, that is ICH, for registration of pharmaceuticals for human use, and developed the guidelines for pharmacovigilance, especially including the criteria of ICH E2E for pharmacovigilance guideline. Digital era and the signal detection. Signal detection is detecting the adverse events is called signal detection. That concept evolved in the digital era, that is from 2000 onwards to at present. The proliferation of the digital technologies and electronic health records has greatly enhanced the ability to collect and analyze data related to the drug safety. Advanced data mining and signal detection techniques have been developed to identify potential safety issues earlier. Pharmacovigilance legislation and standards. The regulatory bodies in different countries and regions have introduced laws and regulations to enforce the pharmacovigilance practices. For instance, the European Medical Agency, that is EMA, implemented the European Pharmacovigilance legislation in 2012 to enhance the monitoring and risk management. Patient involvement and transparency. This concept came into impact in the recent years. There has been a growing emphasis on the involving the patients in the pharmacovigilance efforts and increasing transparency. So nowadays, any patient can report any subtle changes which happens to their internal system when they take any medication. So the patients are encouraged to report the adverse events directly to the regulatory agencies and are seen as important stakeholders in ensuring drug safety. So the pharmacovigilance remains a critical aspect of ensuring the safety of medications throughout their life cycle, from the clinical trials to post-marketing use. The advances in the technology, collaboration among the stakeholders, and growing awareness of the importance of drug safety continues to shape the field's development. So different countries have different guidelines. For example, in China, it is called NMPA. In US, it is called USFDA. In India, it is called Pharmacovigilance Program of India. In Japan, it is called ANSM. So different countries have different regulations. And nowadays, in the Android applications also, there are many apps where the patients or the stakeholders can report any adverse event to the regulatory authorities, so that the guidelines could be framed by the healthcare sector. So it's a very short information of the history and the guidelines of pharmacovigilance and its timelines. I hope it will be useful for you. Thank you for listening. Happy learning. Kindly share this to more of your friends. Kindly subscribe to our Pharma Topics channel. If you like this video, kindly press the like button. Go through all the series of videos which is available in the playlist Clinical Research and Pharmacovigilance in the Pharma Topics channel. Thank you.